So recently I've been playing a bit of Minecraft Dungeons and I've got to say I went in being a bit skeptical about the game. Since I spent so much of my time playing other ARPGs like Diablo 2, Diablo 3, PoE, Titan Quest and Wilson, where these games mainly focus on item and skill optimizations. But to my surprise, I found Minecraft Dungeon pretty dang entertaining. We're first introduced to Squidward Squarehead, who's a loner that nobody likes. Outcasted by his village, he eventually comes into power after discovering the Orb of Dominance. With the Orb's evil power, he ravages the land seeking revenge for those who have wronged him. I guess the best way to bring down an evil dictator is to pick my girl, Daenerys Targaryen. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? I've got my dragons. No worries then, our Daenerys will just be before the dragon's age. Our adventure starts off in Creeper Woods, where Daenerys does what Daenerys does best, killing Squidward Squarehead's minions and freeing the free folk. Wandering around, we find a chest containing a unique axe, and at this point I was wondering how can I make my life more difficult, and decided that I would only be able to use this axe to complete the rest of the game.
There seems to be no sign of intelligent life anywhere.
With Creeper Woods out of the way, we head on to Soggy Swamp where the game begins to get more interesting. And right here we have a glowing Slender Man. Stop running away when I'm trying to kill you, come on. We eventually find ourselves at the end of the dungeon facing our first boss fight, which so happens to be a corrupted cauldron. With spit in our hands, we churn the cauldron like a pilgrim on Thanksgiving Day. Getting a little too excited, we spilled some of its contents, and we did a good job cleaning it up. But with a bit more churning, our butter is done, and by that I mean he died. Being satisfied by the butter we produced, we will be rewarded with a heart bow. But wait, isn't that the best bow in the game? At this point, I decided again that this would be the only bow I would be able to use to complete the rest of the game.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
The next area is Pumpkin's Pasture. The only way to describe this map is it just sucks. Like straight up, it just sucks. Where you just run around the map and you just keep running and running and running. And at the end, it takes you a whole of 3 seconds to delete the boss. Running through Pumpkin Pasture, you eventually find yourself running towards Redstone Mines, where the mob density finally increases. But now you get to practice your backhand against the mobs. Eventually you'll come across a mini boss Redstone Golem, who I've named Bob. Yes, Bob is big, Bob is red, Bob is angry. After defeating Bob, you make your way towards Fury Forge, where you encounter a countless number of archers bombarding you with arrows. And by God, those sucker hurts. You eventually come across one of the most annoying units in the game, Geomancer. All you want to do is kill mobs and move on, but he's like, no! You shall not pass! As you continue on to progress through the dungeon, you'll meet more mobs along the way, all while trying to dodge more arrows just trying to skewer you like a kebab in mid-April. You'll find yourself at the foot of Mama Bob's as she tries to smash you, all while trying to introduce baby Bobs, like a parent showing you a photo of kids that you did not ask for. Like seriously Karen, stop it. No Karen, I do not want to see a video of your kids giving you a pottery they made in summer camp. You head to Cacti Canyon after you bid Mama Bob goodbye, where you'll play a reimagined version of Death Stranding in the Minecraft universe. All you do is just go around completing tasks and deliver keys from one location to another. I wonder what Norman readers would feel about me stealing his thunder. You then pick yourself up and deliver yourself to Desert Temple, where you traverse through a maze equipped with booby traps, which can be used to aid or hinder your progress, or if you're like me, you just yeet through it like there's no tomorrow. You eventually come upon a tomb where you face with what's his name?
Who are you?
No one.
If a girl says her name, a man will let her sleep under a roof tonight.
A girl has no name.
Oh, that's right, the nameless one. You then find yourself at High Block Halls, where the game asks you to destroy the buffet. If there's anything I can do, I can destroy the buffet. After smashing 16 tables of the buffet, we find ourselves in front of a chest. And clearly, it was a trap. But I can't resist it. Jumping down and opening the chest, and that's right, it was a trap. We then find ourselves at Squidward Squarehead's throne room. And at this point, I've come to realize that I'm severely undergeared. All I could do is to kite whatever that comes my way and work off the 16 tables of buffet I just smashed prior to this. And to no one's surprise, little Squarehead ran away just as I'm about to catch up to him. And we're here on the last map pursuing Mr. Squarehead, where we get the chance to experience what it's like to be a beer pong. We then come across our old friend Bob. Hi Bob. Bye Bob. But then Bob doesn't want to let us go. Stop following me, Bob. Social distancing. And I realized why I was so mean to Bob. All I need was to have some human interaction. And this is as close as I'm gonna get to having friends. I then make my way to the pinnacle of the tower at the eye of the storm, where we finally come across Squidward Squarehead. All he wanted to do was to offer me his balls, but no, I would not have that. He then got angry and transformed into Mr. Tentacle Man, where he went on to offer me more of his balls. With me refusing to accept his balls, he got really angry, and he killed me. Again and again. I eventually came to see that all he wanted was a hug, so I picked up my slacks and began to try to hug him as tightly as I could. Smothering too much, he eventually got even angrier. He then decided to transform into Mr. Tentacle once again. And I'm not one to give up that easily, so I gave him more hugs. He then eventually acknowledged and succumbed to it, and you can see on his face that he really enjoys it. And that is how you finish Minecraft dungeons without changing any weapons. After being defeated, Squidward Squarehead lost control of the Orb of Dominance and
tick, 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 boom, boom, goes dynamite. Boom, boom, goes dynamite.
all was over until it wasn't. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay, bye!